indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call. Michael Croto.
Michael Croto here.
Harry Renzian, member.
Jason Brennan, Vice Chair.
Matt Hoffman, Chair.
Fred French, member.
Ada McCarthy.
Diane Plansky, Selectmen's Representative.
All right, so we're missing Joan and George. So Aiden, would you be willing to be a
Yes.
voting member tonight? All right, public input. It appears that we have no one here, so we can jump into no new business. Warrant article discussion for a revolving fund. So this is around, we have a couple properties which are being leased by some of the farms around town, and we want to determine what should happen with those funds instead of going into, directly back to the town, or should they be going into some sort of conservation fund so that we can use it for maintaining those properties. So where this is near the boat access. There's some field being leased there by one of the local farms, and then in the property we just acquired, the old DeRocher farm, there's a couple folks farming that land. So Jason, do you want to?
Yep, and I'll turn it over to Diane in a second.
Oh, you're
Let's
gonna
give
start?
a quick update. So I did do a little bit of research on it. Diane talked with the town administrator about it. I crafted a draft warrant article for it that I don't know if it is accurate or not, but I crafted it just to get something going. The long and the short of the warrant article, it's basically, the way that I crafted it is basically saying all revenues received from licenses, permits, or leases of conservation lands shall be deposited into the conservation fund. We can figure out where it goes later, but that's like the long and the short of it. And so the goal is, with the DeRocher property specifically, as part of the purchase and sales agreement, we actually have to do some maintenance items that are not simple things that we can just get down there with our, weed whackers and things like that, like cleaning the ditches, and making sure, like Bittersweet, something that we would need a little bit bigger piece of equipment that we would have to hire somebody. So the thinking is that the revenues received would basically pay for that and potentially pay for other things that we need to do down there. And then go ahead, Diane.
So, Jay talked to me about it. We had all talked, I think, as a group before about wanting to take that money back in because we have to maintain that land. And I talked to Kim, and she has no objections to it. The problems that we need to find out is what kind of accounts we have and what kind of accounts we need. We may take that farmland account that we used, that we stuck $175,000 in. Some was in there already, and we stuck $175,000 in there when we ran over a few years ago, and we used that when we bought the DeRocher land. So we might actually, and I asked her to close it, and she said, oh, it's a pain in the neck to close them. We'll leave a little money in there. You can always use it later. So we need to make sure that we have access to it if that's what we're going to do. And it has all gone into legal, and I talked to Kim, and Kim had not heard back from them yet. So
Okay.
it should be a done deal. Just also the wording that you put in looked really good, so professional. She thought another TA had done it, so.
I was ChatGPT, and yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so that's all.
I have legal teams, ChatGPT. We have content creators, ChatGPT.
And
So
Joan is in,
the current farm fund is fully depleted, right? We used everything for DeRocher.
no, we have like $5,000 left.
Okay, so that actually probably makes sense because that's what we.
The problem is that one's governed by, at least right now, by the
It
Board
used
of
to be.
Selectmen.
Yeah, it used to be, it would have to be moved to us, to our authority, so that would be part of that. All of that would happen together. And Joan tells me you all knew that she wasn't gonna be here. She's in Pennsylvania.
Gotcha.
Oh, well,
And she'll be in Virginia
I knew she
tomorrow.
wasn't gonna be at the cleanup. I didn't realize she wasn't gonna be at the meeting, okay.
Yep, so Joan is an excused
Unexcused.
absent. She's
Unexcused.
excused. She's excused.
Supposed to
So-
receive that in writing 6
So
months
I-
beforehand.
I think, Matt, I think we'll have everything ironed out by our meeting next month.
Yep.
Okay.
We
Good,
still
yeah,
need to get
so
our
that'll
leases signed.
set us up for the year, and I haven't looked at the ditches and stuff to see how they are currently.
We most likely need to get, the guy in there that helped us out at the community garden.
Just to whack it.
Yeah. Yeah. with the
Would
forest
we
and-
wanna try to get them in like this fall before it gets wet in the spring, or? It's not even
I think
fall
it can
anymore.
wait. I think it could wait till next fall.
When's the last time they were done, do you know?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
When's the last time those,
Oh,
it wasn't recent?
I think it's been years.
Yeah,
I
it
think
looked that way.
they tried to maintain them, the ditches, every couple of years. And I think in the past 10 years, it
Yeah,
might have just
okay.
gone.
Because it looked like it hasn't been maintained for a few years.
Yep.
So we need to get Alverin in to talk to us and, somebody who works for Alverin that isn't part of the farm, that is like a management within the building.
Okay.
We need to bring in the McQuestions and sit and talk to them and just talk about what we're doing. So those are two things we need to do. We need to get both those leases signed.
Agree.
All right, sounds good. Any other discussion on that one? Sounds like everything's in progress and we'll get an update for next month. All right, next item is the budget. So we have, I think roughly, we have some outstanding expenses that, well, I believe they've all been submitted, but we have roughly, I think about $1,000 left. So we gotta figure out what we wanna do with the rest of the funds for that. So I just wanted to open up for discussion to see if folks have, any ideas. One thing that we do have is for the muster field, we wanna put up the signage with the QR codes and stuff, so there's gonna be the lumber purchase for that, and then the larger cost is probably gonna be some of the signage and stuff we need for that, so we gotta decide if we wanna prioritize that for this year, or, I just wanna open it up for discussion to see if there's other things we should be spending the money on.
What about some additional equipment for the lawn?
Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. We have a pretty good arsenal right now. One thing we could probably use is just we have all the
Ego?
what's it? The Ego equipment for the battery operated stuff. It'd be nice to have a battery operated chainsaw. So if we have something small we have to clean up, we don't have to, go through the hassle of trying to get one of the gas powered chainsaws started. So I think that one would make sense. I'm not sure what other gaps we have there. Maybe some stabilizers for the trailer, so we don't have to, hook it up to a truck every time we need to move the tractor. I don't know, are there other thoughts of things that we might need? But I would like to get the electric chainsaw. And then we have to, I guess, just prioritize like the signage versus stabilizers for the trailer. Jason, I thought you had some other ideas.
Just miscellaneous stuff that we need for, our field work. But what we did last year is we figured out the amount of money that was left. And we just made a motion that basically said the spending of the remaining of the funds, whatever the dollar amount was, at the discretion of the chair, to include equipment. We need gas for the weed whackers, the mixed fuel. So there's like a bunch of stuff. We get PPE, maybe another set of those chaps, a helmet, gloves, bug spray.
Yeah, that sounds good. So what we should probably do is either when we get off of my screen, or if you have a second, look up what we have left in the budget. I think it's right around $1,000.
Is it, we have that much left over? Well, I shouldn't say left over.
We have that much that we haven't spent. We're always very conservative with our spending, correct?
We've done this the last 2 years, just to make
Yes.
sure we actually do need a tractor tune-up, because we hit the 200 hour mark
Yeah.
on the tractor. And that needs to be like a real tune-up, so that one's gonna that might run us a couple $100 right there. Matt, hold on a second. Let's see.
So do you need someone to make that motion?
Well, we want to find out what the
Yeah.
dollars we have left, and then we'll make it.
Okay.
Might be in the wrong meeting.
He is, I bet, yeah, because the,
Okay,
The
so
budget
school
committees.
board and budget are having a joint meeting.
All right, well, while Jason's looking that up, the next item we have is for the Route 3A cleanup, which we have slated for this Saturday at 9 o'clock. It looks like the weather's gonna agree with us.
Really? Oh, that was-
Last I looked at it,
Okay.
we were down to like 15% chance of rain, but who knows?
Now, I mean, I listened to the weather at 4, and it sounded like it's not supposed to clear until 4
Oh, really?
on
Okay.
Saturday, so,
All right, so we might have to do a rain date for that one. I don't know how everybody is for Sunday.
I'm not seeing rain on
I thought they said it was supposed to,
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Friday, we're getting rain. Saturday, we should be okay.
It'll be partly sunny
Yep, it should be nice.
Okay, good.
with the high of 58.
Yeah, so that's
That
a good
works.
day. That's a good day to do
and
it.
that's the, okay.
Yeah.
Just on Channel 9, like I said, at 4 o'clock, they said it was supposed to rain Friday night.
You looking up Florida weather again?
No,
I wasn't first. I was in Naples. No shame.
So,
I had my
well,
fingers crossed that it wasn't gonna be rain, it was gonna be snow. That's another story for another time.
Bite
Anyway,
your tongue.
so
Ow.
if that's what you guys are showing,
yeah, it sounds good. So we'll plan on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock at the old fire station, and if the weather turns, we'll schedule another time. Then to kind of go on back of that too, we also need to pull the dock, so we're talking about after we did the cleanup, just while we had enough folks there, we can pull the dock out of Dara Pond, so we kind of want George's expertise for that, but I think he's gonna be available this weekend.
You're gonna use a tractor?
I think we'll just throw it on one of our trucks. It's light.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
We're just gonna drag it up onto the beach somewhere.
I
Conservation.
think you're over at the fire station.
All right, you have the budget?
Yep, I do.
Do you wanna
and
just
it is,
throw it up?
oh, okay. So I do know that George has, I think he's submitted.
Yeah, it was,
says-
I believe it was about $300.
Okay.
So that looks like we'd have about $800 left.
We have 1116. I don't know if this.
I'll look up what George submitted so we can have
Oh,
the
there we go.
exact amount.
Alright, so, our budget is up on the screen as of October 31st. We have $1,116.54.
and you said George had submitted 300.
And I think Matt is checking that out right now.
Yeah, so George submitted expenses for $268.87.
So we have
206.
roughly,
I got it. 268 what?
87.
There's a total of 847.67.
That's a couple of hundred on a tune-up.
Yeah, so I think if we can get a motion just for at our discretion to be able to spend the rest of the funds
what
for
was the- what was the
for
total?
maintenance, equipment purchases, and general supplies.
847. I'd like to make a motion that we use up the $847.67 for maintenance and equipment addition need for the conservation, not to exceed the $847. $1,000,000.67.
Sounds good. Yeah, the only addition I'd add for that is just, general supplies too, so we can address fuel and, Whatever else we
In
might need.
general supplies.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm assuming when I say equipment and maintenance, that would be part of it.
Sounds good.
I second it.
All right, so Harry made the, motion for us to, spend the rest of our budget as appropriate. Fred seconded it. Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, motion carries, 700.
Okay.
All right, next up we have Musterfield signage. So our intern and Jason worked on getting the, identifying all the historical marks, putting together a nice map for that too, which is already posted in the Musterfield kiosk. What we'd like to do in addition to that is at each one of those locations, be able to put up a signpost with some signage, including like a QR code that can link to the website that was developed for it and stuff too. I think that'd be that'd be real nice. Do you actually want to show that?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Did you guys see the signage yet? All right, I'm gonna plug this in. That'd be a nice show and tell. So missing George will be the second act. All right, hold on. I got a new version of Windows and this is not. Okay, maybe it won't work. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Yeah, so I think you folks will find this pretty interesting. Hold on. There we go. So based on the work that was done through the intern project, we did all the documentation, we developed databases and things like that, and we pulled information from the Historic Society, digging through boxes, getting photos, so on and so forth. And we put together this sign that now sits in the Musterfield kiosk. If you take a look at this sign, I'm going to actually zoom in on it right here. What it does is it highlights the 12 key historical points at the Musterfield and across the street. And you can see the numbers on the map 1 through 12. And then over on the side of the map over here, you can see detailed information related to each historic item, each historical point. You can see the ferry landing right there. You can see the crossing for the ferry right there. You have a little note here saying you are here. That's physically where the kiosk is. So we created this map, had it printed. It's actually on a nice piece of metal. It's like professionally done, and we hung it in the kiosk. In addition to that, let's see if I bring this up. And okay, forgot about this one, pulling this out of left field. In addition to that, to correspond with the map, in the lower part of the map, lower right-hand part of the map, there is a QR code. And when you click on that QR code, it will bring up a site that we developed that kind of dives into more detailed information. And I'm just going to kind of quickly run you through this. And so you click on that QR code and you get this. And it gives like a little bit of a history of the town center. And then the map that you see with the 12 points, there's 12 corresponding dots on the map on the right-hand side. And if I click on one of those dots, it's going to provide me with information. So if I click on Historic Town Center, we're bringing up photos there. Scrolls into the Musterfield, we're bringing up photos there. Also on that site, Harry, there is a one-room schoolhouse that is on the Musterfield site. There's an old photo there. We've got old maps. pictures of the old flood. So there's all kinds of all historic information that we were able to get together. We were able to pull all that information into this application. Got to build it out a little bit more. It needs a little bit more detail on some of the locations, but we'll work on that over the winter. But I mean, all the research was done. We've got all, a bunch of backup information that we're using for that. We also did the same thing. I don't know if I showed it last meeting for our conservation areas. Did I show that at the last meeting? No. I'll show that real quick because this one is more built out. So in addition to that, they call that a story map for the muster field. We also created one as part of the intern project for all of our key conservation areas. This is now linked to our website. It's available, if you go to the town's website and you go to our site on conservation, this is available. So as I scroll through here, the dots on the map on the right-hand side are our conservation areas. And then there's details related to each conservation area on the left-hand side of the screen. And notice on the right-hand, on the left-hand side of the screen, and notice how there's different dots here. So I can scroll through here and we're getting different photos and different views of what's going on in this case, Moores Falls. And then you see the details. So this is where the intern really kind of came in handy and did a lot of research and pulled out, developed text on the property, got a little bit of history on the property. You can click here for a trail map. You can click there to get a Google map of it. You can, down the bottom, it shows what's at that property, hiking trails, fishing, so on and so forth. And as I kind of scroll up, it's going to the river access. Scroll up again, it's going to the muster field, and again, I can click on the different photos for the muster field. Community garden, there you go, Diane.
Woohoo.
Yeah, Parker Park, I think I got the new bridges. Hopefully, Fred, I got the new bridges in there.
Looks good.
Yeah, there's the picnic table Fred cleared up. There's the bridge right there. That's the Fred Bridge. And the state forest, the meadow, which is that goofy name trail,
Lonely Fort?
Lonely Fort Trail, Birch Street, and so on.
That's
I actually added DeRocher this
Oh, nice.
weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. And if
DeRoche's gonna have all kinds of QR codes too, right?
we're gonna end up getting the history of that. So then I can click on any of these points as well,
It's gonna be.
and it'll bring me to it.
Wow.
So that was kind of the result of the intern project, and it worked out pretty good because she was able to chase down, we wouldn't have been able, we got other stuff going on, so she was able to chase down a lot of the information and get us to the 20-yard line, and then, we could punch it into the end zone. That's what happened, so worked out pretty well.
All with the grant.
And I did speak, I had to go up to Pembroke this past weekend, and I spoke at the New Hampshire Association of Conservation Commissions Conference. Did you go to that?
Yes, I did.
You did?
I didn't see you there.
I think I was the 11 o'clock show, or 10
Okay.
o'clock show or something like that. There was a lot of people there, and I ended up giving basically the presentation that I just showed you. And the guy from Hillsborough was there with me. He also got an intern, and it was good because we were very, our presentations complemented each other. His presentation was really about, they were walking the trails and GPSing everything, and our presentation was about, we have everything kind of GPS, let's take that to the next level and broadcast that out to the public.
It's
And so
nice that you did that where they gave the money and maybe they'll be more inclined,
Yep,
more conservation.
yep, so it worked out pretty well.
All right, good. Sorry. Just looking for what we should cover next.
Teeing up the next show.
Yeah, so, any other questions on the Musterfield signage?
Yeah, I had a quick question. Now, we're gonna we did say that we'd use up the rest of the budget.
Mhm.
But then Jason mentioned about adding additional information to the signage. Now, was that for this year, or is it for next year?
Yeah, so I think we have, there's gonna be a lot of supplies required for the signage, right? One is just to get the post, we wanna do something,
Yeah,
not 2x4s, right? We probably wanna use like 4x6s, something sturdy that'll be permanent and last 20 plus years, so. Once we figure out what we need for supplies, like we talked about the chainsaw, the maintenance for the tractor and whatever, stuff we need to make sure we keep all our equipment in order. If we have extra budget left there, I think that we should start using it to apply the signage, because that's going to be a pretty large expense. We're going to have to get the signs professionally done. We don't want to do printed paper with a laminated piece of paper, right? We want to have a
how we
printed
used to do
metal
stuff.
sign or something more permanent to make sure it lasts for several
do we
years.
want a separate line item for the signs?
I think that can all be included
You think so?
in the same.
I do have something to say about, Denise McHugh notified me that her husband's gonna be making, the kiosk for the community garden this winter,
Okay, good.
which is gonna be really cool, cause it's not like the other kiosks, it's gonna be a kiosk that has shelves, so that people can share tomatoes or peppers or whatever they have too much of down there, and then it will also be a kiosk, people can leave, seeds, they can, notes, whatever, so I just wanted to say he's doing that.
Do they need help with supplies for that?
I think he's doing it out of pocket, which it would be nice if you said to him, if you had some money left over, if you said to him, we have, some money to help with that.
Yeah, so do we want to revise the,
I think it covers
I think it's
everything.
pretty
I think
covered.
we're pretty covered, but I think,
Yeah, but
I think we gotta look at what's critical for the equipment initially, and then what's left for that, we look at,
I mean, because
look at
Yeah.
lumber and supplies, because we also have to do a second kiosk at DeRocher's, but that can probably be covered under the conservation fund that we've already committed to
I
that.
mean, if you're talking about, rework, but upgrade on the tractor, not an upgrade, but maintenance,
Mhm.
upgrade maintenance on it. And Jason mentioned about, be surprised if it's 300.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a
I think
little
that's a
low pricey.
estimate. So that'll suck up, I'm gonna say it's gonna suck up half of what you got.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about, so say we do 400 for the tractor, a couple $100 for the chainsaw, that still gives us a couple $100 that we can start spending on wood or other stuff. So we'll use the money appropriately. All right, next item we had was the
Darapon.
Dara Pond. Again. So we obviously had the milfoil treatment done. Then in addition to that, one of the things that we're doing is, I think everybody remembered, but we purchased some swan decoys. So we ended up actually going for 4 decoys. And we've got a lot of reports on Dara Pond of people spotting swans there. They're all very excited about it. So the decoys
News
are.
came down, there was helicopters.
No bullet holes.
The decoys look pretty
Give
good.
it time, Fred.
So George and I have been taking turns because in order to keep them effective, you have to move them like every three or 4 days. So we've been rotating those. But the purpose of the swans is to scare the ducks and geese away, which they seem to be doing a pretty good job. I haven't noticed any down there when I've gone down. George said there was like 16 geese one time when he came down, but now that we have 2 swans, we can rotate them around the pond. They seem to be doing a pretty effective job.
We
And
have
that's
four
ba- ba-
swans. We have
ba-
two sets, right?
We have two sets,
two
yes.
sets.
So, the whole idea there is like,
It's
you
never
know,
fun.
obviously,
Yeah, no, it's
you know,
not.
the poop from the geese and stuff. Impact the water quality there, so we're trying to improve on that. So if we can keep them away from the pond, that'll help us with, keeping it cleaned up. But the milfoil is definitely dead. We've also had a couple sessions where we've done some raking of, by the beach area to try to pull all that stuff out, and it's looking pretty good now. And we've done some tests on the bass population there, and it seems to be still pretty healthy.
You're
So
pretty diligent about that, huh?
I thought George had the full album put in here, but here you can see it here, right? We have the two sets, so we put them out in,
Where are they?
in pairs.
Five.
They're a little hard to see.
Oh, wow.
Do you think you're gonna be able to swim in Darra this year, coming up?
I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be crystal clear, but hopefully the levels will be safe. I mean, they test that, correct? Do the town
They're
test it?
supposed to, but I don't think that's been
Town,
done.
somebody does test it.
Yeah.
The
the
school,
state
high
has
school used to.
The high school used to, yeah.
Like, we had a biology program that was amazing.
Yeah, and actually, that's one thing I didn't put on the agenda, but for next year, we want to try to get a, kind of more of a formal testing program for it. We gotta see if, I know like the Manchester Waterworks or whatever they're called, I think we'll actually do the testing for us, and we just have to do the sampling for it, but,
I'd
I
love
think
to see
that's,
swimming down there again.
yeah, so hopefully we can get that, implemented for next year. Oh, George had some videos in here, but we don't have to walk through that. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, the swans look pretty good.
Well manicured.
Yes.
I thought there was supposed to be an alligator in there.
Yeah, we still got to get
Still a
the remote controlled alligator head, so
Couple of
maybe
selfies.
that'll come out of
Too,
the.
couple selfies.
That'll also help to keep the geese and the riffraff out of the pond.
Swan Patrol.
All right, and then also George submitted, so he's did some several people, Jason and Aiden, helped out with one of the trees fell in the muster field, the lower
big
field,
old
the
one.
big tree. So they did a cleanup of that. So it was a pretty good sized tree, and he ended up just throwing it over the bank, cutting it up.
It's in the woods, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of moved it around in a few different spots.
So yeah, that was a pretty big tree, but excuse me, that's.
Did the tree fall from the,
When?
I think from the windstorms we've had quite a
No,
bit of wind.
but did it snap off from the trunk? I mean. the
Uprooted.
base
Yeah,
of-
I think it fully uprooted, right? I'm sure
or
there's some.
Get pulled up totally from the roots.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the roots didn't come up, but it pulled up from
Under quite a bit.
a foot down or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
No, I'm just curious.
Yep.
Are you wondering if the roots were rotten? Were you?
Well, the whole tree was
The whole
dead.
tree
so-
was rotten. It was a nice tree too.
yeah,
Yeah.
was.
It was dead, right?
There was maybe one branch or two branches that actually had leaves on it. But yeah, everything else is, and Fred, if I remember, I think it was last year or maybe earlier this spring, like a big,
Yeah.
one of the big limbs fell and we had to.
We
had to
cleaned
cut
that up this spring. Yeah. It landed perfect.
It did.
Couldn't have cut it better.
And then the other thing George did was he had a couple of like 3 or 4 small trees down at the not the muster field, sorry, Moore's Falls, and George cleaned up the trails, moved them off of there. So properties are looking pretty good. All right, then we're missing Joan for our Moore's Falls sidewalk update or lack of update. So.
Yeah, I heard they were clearing some land over there.
Well,
though.
they're clearing over where the
Gas
gas station's
Gas
gonna go,
station's
so
gonna
that's
be-
when we're gonna have to get with Reggie Morrow and start pushing them on that. we'll see if we can bring him into,
Looks like they're already started, the drill test here today.
Yeah.
They've already started construction.
well, they're starting to clear it at least, so it looks like they're making progress. So, yeah, we'll defer that till the next meeting, but we'll probably have to bring Reggie in to talk about that and, potential of, also the discussion about the easement behind the properties there as well. Next up, community gardens, so that's being cleaned up pretty well. Aiden, did you wanna talk about that?
There's like I put a compost pile in the back, and that's where we're going to designate the compost. And then we're just going to move or try to move all the other different piles to that one area.
I'm wondering if we can, the poison ivy corner? I'm wondering if we could get the tractor out there and scrape the top and I wonder if that's a
Isn't
valid
that where
way
I
to
put the
remove
first
poison.
pile?
So we also have, in the,
Yeah.
It
Yep.
is, the first
fire
pile is
station,
Yeah.
there.
all
Yes.
the boxes used for the election stuff, there's a lot of boxes there. I told them we'd take care of those boxes
Oh, you
for
did?
them, yeah. So,
Okay.
so we can have access to all those if we wanna cut them up and just
If we cut the boxes
smother it up.
Yeah, and smother it, I think that's like one of the best ways to.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, lot of boxes
Okay,
there.
so wondering what those were for. I mean, there's gotta be a dozen big, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're TV size boxes.
Yeah, so they're the boxes for all the election booths
Huh.
that we have for the town
They're
voting.
thick ones too. It's
Yeah.
not like, all right.
Oh, I bet the gardeners would love
Boxes
that.
Yeah.
and Smother the poison.
Yeah, if you, Jason's already experimented with it, down by the,
works.
second
Yeah.
bridge, where it was pretty effective.
Very
All
smart.
right.
Yeah, and then for the community gardens, so we cleaned up everything, so the solar panels are picked up, the pumps and everything is stashed away. Took all the connectors off the water tank and stuff, so we don't have to worry about them being damaged during the winter. All the plots look pretty good. I think everybody's, we're supposed to clean up their plots by mid-November, but I think everything's cleaned up.
We
so.
never decided on a closing date in the community garden.
We put out a date for mid-November, but everything's cleaned up. I think all the plots are picked up, so
Okay.
we're in good shape there.
So the Flints use that big plot in the middle for the pumpkins. Do you think they're gonna use that again this year? Do you know?
I'm not-
We'll have to talk to them. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean we don't have a shortage of land there, right? So if we get a lot more, I mean, there seems to be a lot of interest that came in last year, so I think judging from the interest, we'll expand beyond what we did
We
this
have
year.
more apartments in town now too that really don't have land that they could do it on.
Good point.
So I think that's looking pretty good. I think we got the water situation sorted out, so we'll make that more permanent next year. Be able to bury the wiring and stuff to make it good. But I think we've the proof of concept worked pretty well, so I think we're ready to roll into production. Anything
Gonna
else?
build that water tower,
Yeah.
It's gonna say Litchfield, all right across the top.
3 acres.
That's our next project.
All right, then the next item we had is the mower. So we've been using the tractor. The tractor's not ideal for mowing. I mean, it's really a tractor. We have a mower deck on it. The brush hog is pretty effective. That works real well, but it's not an ideal platform for mowing. And I mean, we have a lot of properties we're maintaining now. So what we discussed last meeting was looking into purchasing a zero-turn mower, a commercial grade one that would, be easier to lug around and more maneuverable and be purpose-built for mowing, so.
I did contact Chapel Tractor, and I think they provide the mowers to the town. and they gave me a price for a Ferris mower, and that's the same model that the town has. And they're pretty pricey. I mean, they're commercial. It's 10 grand.
Yeah,
Is there like a used, way we could do a used one?
I'll keep checking. I mean, I don't think we need to act on this until
Spring.
springtime, so we can see if there's something that comes through used. There also is a lower model, that might be a little bit cheaper. In addition to that, the rec commission had stated that they would be interested potentially sharing it with us, but I'll say that if we did that, we would be the primary user, so I mean, it might be kick in a little bit more. But also now Kevin Brown is gonna be doing a lot of the rec properties, so I don't know if their use is gonna be the same. But regardless, to me, if we're spending good money on a mower, I think it's worth it. We're
Go the
busting our
industrial.
butt out there, and I'm using my personal mower. The mower that's on the tractor works pretty well, but lugging the tractor when you need to go somewhere is a pain. It takes longer to load and unload the tractor than it does to actually do the mowing. So I'll get a couple of other prices on that and see if there's like a little bit of a lower model that we can go with, but we have the money. And we spent 25,000 on the tractor, and we split that with recreation. And we have gotten our 10 times out of the tractor what we put into it. The amount of, the bridges,
we could have
the,
never done it without that.
the community garden, the whole muster field has been redone, the whole Moore's Falls has been all cleaned up, so, yeah, I think it'd be a good investment.
I would recommend, industrial. Nothing, especially if two departments are using it. You want something that's solid.
Yeah, we don't wanna buy it twice.
Right.
Well, the kicker is when you're riding that tractor has no suspension on it, and you're doing the Moore's Falls, you get beat up on that thing, and you're in there 2 hours, and you're getting beat up. And I'm looking at like the zero turns have, like the good ones have, a whole suspension on them, and I'm like, oh man, they could.
Coffee holder.
Right, a coffee, and the coffee doesn't even like spill over or anything.
Yeah, it's something like this.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
So, I'll just anybody have in opposition to this?
So I think what we're thinking of is, leveraging the conservation fund, right? We have money there and it's used for our properties and, I mean, we
I
definitely.
agree with Fred. Don't look at a lesser model because,
Yeah.
you guys have used your own tractor and you can see what it does to it, so,
I've had wheels fall off and like roll down the hill. You're stuck in the middle, you're half a mile from the parking lot and the wheels roll down. Oh, it's so funny.
No. Funny now,
Yeah,
not funny
no.
then.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing too is we want to, make sure we, don't abuse our tractor too much, because there's too much things that we need to use that for too. So I think having a purpose-built mower would be, very effective. The town would definitely get their money out of it with us.
Yep.
All right. Next item on the agenda is just to review our goals for 2025, since we're getting close to the end of the year. So we had a big list of goals. So
You had a big list. I think you had a lot of stuff in there.
yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there. But I just wanted to step through there just to see how we did. So and also, this is just a chance to think about what we want to do for next year. So first off was to hold an annual fishing derby. So we did that twice. We did the spring fishing derby as we always do, and we were also able to have our first annual ice fishing derby, which was a great event. We had hold one community event, which we've done multiple. So Jones did bird watching. She also did a session with the Girl Scouts. Harry did his fishing thing. We also had the UNH extension in for a talk as well, so I think we've got that one well covered. Set up a booth at least one festival. We were targeting the fall festival for that. That didn't happen, so we failed miserably on that one. Continue the community garden with additional plots. We did that one. Treat Dare Pond milfoil. Complete a new trail to make a loop at Parker Park. So I mean, it's not, I mean, we have the trail in there. It's not fully connected. Connect Parker Park to Dreamers Farm. We didn't do that one. We gotta see that. That's still going to be complicated to set up a trail for that. Would require a third bridge. So we got to decide if that's something we actually want to pursue. But the nice thing about Dreamers Farm is their property goes all the way down to the river, and they're very receptive to have a community trail. There was signage to educate people on organic farming and stuff. So. I mean, that when we have some time, I still think that's a project we should pursue.
Access down there is beautiful too.
Yeah, it's real nice. Update signage at Parker Park and Dreamers Farm. I don't know what that is. I think that was
We'll delete that off the list.
me. Yeah.
I don't know.
Signage at the muster field. So we did that. I mean, we got at least the main sign up, and we're going to continue to pursue that one. Remove the troubled trees at the river access. So George and Fred took care of that. Support winter fishing derby. Dock at Dare Pond.
Yeah.
Review the Lonely Fort trails and determine improvements. So the Lonely Fort is, I mean, that's a beautiful trail through there. There's not really much we need to do there. The one thing we wanted to do was, we had the duck boxes. We still have another duck box, so that's something we should consider.
That's a pretty big incline, and it gets pretty wet over there.
Yeah,
deeper.
towards the
Towards
pond
like the
part.
middle. Yeah, pretty much in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe look at that
It's a good winter project,
when it's frozen.
yeah.
Then put the QR codes in at the muster field. So again, we started on that. We have some redundancy in here. I got to clean this up. Come up with a productive plan to optimize the education town benefit of the intern. So Tiana, I think, did a great job. So
Yeah.
I think we accomplished that one. Complete the Derosha Farm purchase. We did that.
Oh, form trails.
Warm trails. So yeah, I mean, that'll be a project for next year.
So we've got to do that, Matt, at some point in time, maybe before the snow flies, if we can take a walk out
Yeah.
on the DeRocher property across abutting the woods and see what's out there.
Yeah, because that links. I mean, there's. It's not formal trails, but there's some old snowmobile
Yeah.
trails and stuff out there. I mean, it's nice if we can get that connect up to some of the other conservation properties. We could have
Could-
a good length of trail there because it connects all the way from over there to the power lines that come out between Brickyard and Albuquerque and stuff. I mean, it's a huge chunk of
You
undeveloped
can
land.
you can get to Albuquerque from there if we played our cards right, which would be nice.
Maybe we can put in a nice 5K trail or something in there.
Yeah.
It's probably big enough. Restoring the monument at GMS.
Yeah, that was for Joan,
Joan.
and it's not 100% done, but it might be able to do it during the cleanup.
Mhm.
There's a monument there that Joan wanted popped up. I popped it up. I just needed another person there to like tuck some rocks in, so it's 80% of the way there.
Yeah, okay. Clean up the brush and bittersweet behind the old fire station. We did that as well.
Yep.
Musterfield clearing to improve visibility from 3A. Fred did that.
was meant to say community garden, but,
For which one?
Musterfield, visibility on 3A, I think.
No, Fred actually cleared some lanes there to make it so. it's-
right, yeah, the viewing lanes. Yeah.
Try to get people to
Yeah.
see it from the road.
And then review the aquatic resources in town, develop a plan of preservation, including the water quality testing. So I think this, if we put in a plan for water sampling for Dara Pond, we could easily hit up like Chase Brook and Nessun Brook and add those to it as well.
Nice.
Got a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that big. Conservation planning, review the land preservation strategy. We updated that. Review and prioritize potential properties of interest, so, you know,
we did
that's ongoing, you know, we still have some discussions in progress. Review the bylaws, we did that. And then getting into some of the longer-term goals. The Merrimack River bank stabilization,
Yeah.
so,
There's funding available for that. I reached out to the town engineer like over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I'm gonna reach out to him again. In order to use state funding from the ARM fund, you need a engineering drawing of what you're gonna be doing. And so maybe we can get him to draw something up to see if we can put in a grant for that. I think it'll end up being, you know, riprap, you know, boulders or something like that over
Yeah.
the side. So, but we need an engineer to take a look at that. I would like that because that would, I think, give some comfort that the next big flood is not gonna take half that property out.
yeah, so that's really where we need that is on the Musterfield, because that bank is in pretty rough shape. I mean, we've already lost supposedly half of the
It's actually all
old
down the river
Musterfield.
though, isn't it? I mean,
What's that?
it's all down the river though, isn't it, really?
It's close there, though.
Yeah, oh, I know it's close there, but
Yeah,
it's
it's like-
almost something, if we could get something started, it could move down the banks,
Oh, yeah.
right? Or am I wrong?
What was that?
If we could get something started, then it could move down the banks, because the banks of the whole river are starting to do that. It's not, I mean, the Musterfield is definitely, we could lose that land, but that whole river area. I know that when I was on the Lower Merrimack River
Oh, advisory, yeah.
advisory, I know they're concerned about all of the rivers with the, but anyway, impact there is really important to us.
Yeah, I think the priority still needs to be the Musterfield, because if we, you know, we might lose
But
the
if we
trail
have
up to the,
success, but if we
up-
have success, we might
Yeah.
be able to look at other areas where we're having problems.
Build a jetty and deflect all the water to Merrimack.
yeah.
You don't think they'd mind? Probably not.
Then potential tree farm, I don't know where that came from, because I don't even know where we put one
Yeah,
in.
that's, I
Or
was looking at that.
Butterfly garden, I don't remember where that one
I
came
do.
from.
The Butterfly Garden was a project that I tried to get people interested
Mm-hmm.
in and failed miserably for a child in town that had died on a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
That was into butterflies and stuff like that, and I wanted to do a butterfly garden over where the center garden was gonna go, because we still haven't done a center garden for Florence Center.
Mhm.
So it would have been like part of that, but it kind of failed miserably. We really need some more big gardeners. This Fran who joined this year, she's a big gardener, big planner. We need more big gardeners who want to come in and do projects in the garden.
Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna get beehives over there next year, which will be
That's Fran, yeah,
be pretty cool.
that'd be fantastic.
And then new trails or property, I mean, that's, you know, Derosha will be the focus for that.
George has got one started across.
Oh, that's right. So in the Musterfield heading up, the north side of the Musterfield,
Yeah.
we put in
Yes,
a little loop trail that
Yeah.
goes up to the library.
library.
Yeah.
It's
But
roughed
that's
in.
gonna be for the 250, right? 250th anniversary.
Well, I'm not
Celebration
sure what
too.
it's for, but
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
extension.
just to be able to extend the
Extension.
property. Right, and then, we had for, regional to visit 2 Conservation Commission meetings.
Yeah, we
in
should have only
neighboring
said
towns.
one. But I did go to the conference this year, and I met the lady from Bedford. She was in my talk. And I'm gonna most likely go over to Bedford before the end of the year to sit in on one of their meetings. So we can check that box.
Yeah, that sounds good, so. We'll have to,
Shrink the list?
yeah, shrink the list a little. I mean, we
said this
accomplished,
when we developed it.
we accomplished, at least 80% of the goals, though, so it was a pretty good year. And then file management, I think, Joan started on that this year, but I don't, I know.
She has one job.
Yeah, but to be fair, I gave it to her because she gave it to me, and then I gave it back to her.
hot potato.
To be fair, it's a real big mess in there. To be fair.
So we had that was the first half of it, but then keep using the portal, so we're using the portal, right? We do an effective use of that, so. So, yeah,
Wow.
so next year we'll,
Love this.
make
one.
that,
Love this.
a little more
A
abridged
top
list.
10 list.
Yeah.
We'll keep it to 10.
But, I mean, start thinking about that, we should be starting to throw out the goals for next year, probably next month. All right, getting on to other business, property checks and maintenance. So we've obviously spent some work, the past, month or two. We're at the Musterfield doing cleanup, Morris Falls doing cleanup, the community garden doing cleanup. Anybody else have anything for, property checks? And then, maybe we can throw Dara.
I have one. Excuse me. Oh,
Looking here in the work order tracker. So we got the 3 to 4 trees at Moores Falls. I spent about 90 minutes in the old fire station, cleaning up and organizing all of our stuff. We took care of the muster field, town hall equipment, more muster field. I mowed once I mean, the grass is, pretty low right now. I mowed Moores Falls a couple of weeks ago. Everything's looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the outskirts, we were getting some pretty high
There's
growth
the-
around the
yeah.
outside the community garden,
Right.
so I hit that up and then, mowed the plots where they were cleared too, just to bring that all down, so I think everything looks pretty good.
This year, and there are some recreation ones in here. So we are at 216 work orders. 664 hours logged.
Say that again. How many hours?
216 work orders,
Yep.
664 hours logged.
I'm like,
And-
you guys
And that's
are
for our
amazing.
properties too, so I don't even think like Dara Pond
Are you
is
making
included
sure
in there.
send with
Oh.
the
Gonna
driver?
have Roy.
how do you do
We
that?
might wanna create a
So
separate,
when you go to the site,
I can
Yeah.
click on
separate
them.
item
take
for.
it, use
Yeah, I
the
can
phone
click on them and
Okay.
get rid of their properties, so,
And then.
but yeah, that
you
looks
put in
like
what we've
ours.
done.
And
Okay.
Jay is
Okay.
accessing.
you
Okay.
can see the bar charts here show where we have done our work orders, and by far, the community garden is
When you say that.
somewhere, about 55 work orders at the community garden.
That's not that many. It's like a quarter.
Over 40 at the muster field. 25 at the Rocher Farm, so most of the touches that, went down there, I logged that. Parker Park, 20. Moores Falls, about 20. 15 equipment work orders, and then the river access stage crossing are in there too.
And Aiden has some too, but he doesn't put them in through the QR code, so I told
Yeah.
him how to do that.
So on Morris Falls, there's the trail near the river. There's like a tire I just didn't get yet, but there's just a plain tire. So should I get that, or should we just?
Yeah, so for that, we have the ATV
Okay.
that we can drag down there. You can throw it on it, so you don't have to
So
drag it all
So
the
just do
way
your
up.
QR code when you go to do it.
Okay.
And then it will.
Yeah, anytime you do that, just, or,
Inspecting.
you don't even need to scan the QR code. You can just go to the town website, and
Okay,
it's on the town website. You have to,
Under
Total.
permits and forms.
okay, okay,
and then just save save it as a favorite on your Safari, and then
Okay.
boom,
okay.
log it. Everything you do,
Everything you
log
do,
it.
Okay.
because you're not included in those hours without it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
When
Well,
you're
if
down
you're
there-
with them,
Yes.
they count it.
okay.
if you're down there with the tire, just like let us know. Just be careful. Because there's a lot of stuff that flows down the river from Manchester. Just watch where you're,
Yeah, yeah.
watch where you're walking, watch what you're grabbing with your bare hands.
a lot of broken
Wear
glass.
gloves.
Yes, yeah,
Get some nice
Okay.
pair of gloves, wear gloves.
okay.
All right, anything else on, property checks? All right, member, input, Michael?
I don't know if you had an opportunity to watch the Capital Improvement Committee meeting the other night, but the committee did the priority of rankings for projects. And I know that the Conservation Commission is listed on there. We had it as originally as necessary for our money or funding. The committee decided, the majority of the committee decided they wanted to make it desirable, not necessary. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. We are having a public hearing at the planning board, next planning board meeting. We're going to be presenting the updated CIP plan. So if anybody's interested in coming to that, because I think the planning board has the authority can change that if there's an argument to be made by the Conservation Commission that they want it to be necessary. So just letting you know that the next planning board meeting, we're doing the public hearing for the CIP.
How often do you update the CIP?
So it's pretty much updated every year. So. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, because I know that originally it was necessary. I mean, it's been staying necessary for a long time, but the committee decided that they dropped it down to desirable, so I just want to make that clear.
Part of that because we didn't go in and try to get it.
Well, no, and Matt actually came to present for the Conservation Commission, but the committee felt that they wanted to drop it down, so.
So did you go in to try to do a warrant article? No.
No, just to say we wanted to
Keep it
continue.
on
CIP.
it's gonna stay on the CIP, but the ranking was originally necessary, now it's gone down to desirable,
I
so.
mean, we haven't
It's
used
fine.
it yet, I
Yeah, we
think
haven't gone
that's
to, I
okay.
wonder, yeah. I mean, I think if we need it, if there's something big comes up, by the time we go to CIP, we wanted to
Yeah, I
actually.
mean, we'll be taking that through. the
It's
board
gonna
of
stay on the
selectmen and
plan,
everything
but
first,
just
so.
letting you know that that's what the ranking is now, so.
I mean, we've never tapped into that ever, right?
No, we just kinda had it on there just in case.
Unfortunately, it would be difficult because it has to go to warrant article, so it would have to be you would already have to know, what property you were gonna wanna buy.
Yeah.
Before you get to the warrant article.
Yeah, so we
So
definitely.
we wouldn't be able to use it until a year from March anyway. So I don't think it's a huge thing right now. But if during the year next year, you come up with a bigger project that you know, like a DeRocha or something like that, and I kind of urge the commission to look at what you want your next project to be, because it takes years to do. Then when you get to that point, if it's still in the CIP as desirable, then you can, during the year, present it, get ready for your warrant article and go to CIP and tell them where you are on that desirable.
That's beyond what we would leverage for the conservation fund, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
so, yeah.
but you don't know what's gonna come out, right?
Mhm.
Like, we got to a point where if Jay hadn't been able to get the grants that he got, then we would have diminished almost all of our
Mhm.
our assets. So, and that's another thing, is we're still in pretty good amount to buy a product, what do you call it right now? And we have more money that's gonna be coming in, or that has
Yeah.
come in. But if we get to that point, you're gonna wanna go for a warrant article to say we've depleted those funds and we need to we can do that too, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So just wanna be understanding of what we can use that money for and when we would have to decide to put a warrant article in for it.
So I think we have time. I think
Yeah.
that's okay.
I figured I'd just let you guys know that's what happened, so.
Somebody came up to me about it too.
Unless something drops into our laps, I don't have that energy to go after another
After
piece
DeRosa,
of property for a little while.
somebody else might. Get you going again.
I mean, there's always stuff we can go after. I mean,
Yep.
I think we might want to look at some easements and stuff, especially when we
Yeah, we have,
when we
with
do
Reggie.
the trail walk behind DeRocher and stuff, figuring out if we
Yeah.
want to get a trail system.
and
in.
the trail walk behind, Reggie,
Yeah.
yeah, by Musterfield, that's gonna have to, it doesn't need a whole lot of work, it's really very nice back there, but,
Yeah, but I mean, it would still require an easement or something that, so.
well, we do have it, that's gonna be part of his, he granted it to us already. Didn't he?
Oh, for Talarico?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
No, Talarico's the one off of Brenton, right?
Yeah.
This is the one off of.
For the horse farm?
Behind the horse farm.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna give that to us?
And, no, he's gonna give us an easement onto it,
It
right?
gave us an easement. Yeah, but there'll be costs associated with that.
Yeah, that's,
I don't think so.
really,
That's good, because that's different than discussions we've had with
Yeah.
him previously.
Really?
yeah.
He's right?
Yeah.
I thought he
That's
came in.
happened, yeah.
You've had recent
We've thrown out
conversations?
numbers to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
How much?
Um,
You can say it.
yeah.
No?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're still, it's in private discussions right now.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else, Michael?
No, that's it.
How about the turtles?
That apparently is still going forward, so
All right, good.
they got a grant from Eversource. That's some money.
Harry?
First of all, deer season's opened,
Oh, yeah.
so if you're going into the woods at all, please wear something
White?
orange.
Yeah.
trick or treat.
White,
Just
something
me.
white and flappy behind your head.
Yeah, and also if you're walking your dog, if you can take an orange tape and put it around his neck. Again, it's for your own protection, it's for the hunter's protection, and, so,
They sell those vests for dogs for like $10,
yeah,
an actual vest.
I actually saw
Amazon.
three bobcats on DeRocher's property.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Crossing the road, adolescent. I mean, they weren't babies. They
I've
weren't
seen
full,
one,
full grown.
small one this spring down there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there's three of them crossing the road.
Nice.
speaking of DeRoche's property, just as a curiosity question. For this year, now, is part of the agreement that we're going to allow hunting,
If there's,
not on the river side, I guess?
oh, yeah. There are no restrictions on the wooded side
Okay.
of the property.
All right,
It is per the rules of the LCHIP program, which does include hunting per New Hampshire ordinance.
okay,
It was the riverside where you can't go around the fields when the fields have anything planted on them, which currently exists right now. There's like winter rye
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
all right. So if we happen to be down there and we see a hunter and just keep on walking.
Yep.
No, that was it.
Jason?
While you were talking, I just called up the budget. This is from September. So our conservation fund has $757,000 in it. we were at like 1.1 million, before the DeRocher property. And I think the amount of money that was taken out of the account based on the DeRocher property only ended up being in the 400,000 range.
Is that right?
Yeah, because we got 585,000 in grants. We used
75-ish.
75-ish
75.
from the farmland fund. And then we used the rest from the conservation fund.
Wow.
It wasn't 400, but it was in the
But
400s.
didn't we just get don't we have deposits that are going into that with land
Yeah,
that's
we're,
coming out
we're,
of
we're gonna be
Carnegie?
getting some for Corning.
I don't see that, but I just see the number,
Yeah,
but yeah,
okay.
he's right.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I think we're gonna be
that's gone
close
in
to,
yet.
a
Yeah, that should be about
Hmm.
150,000, I believe.
Okay.
We do have, Matt, for the third Harbor Bridge Tunnel project at Parker Park, we have $10,000 left in that fund.
Still have 10,000?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
On the Parker Park Bridge. Yeah, that's it on that. And then the last thing is DeRocher's, we put in the kiosk. A few weeks back, probably last month, we put in a kiosk for the river side of the property, just to get some basic rules posted, no cars going down there, stuff like that. We're gonna be building one for the other side of the road next. And then Matt and I, at some point in time, Aiden, I don't know if you wanna come
Yeah.
with us, we're gonna go through the woods and just kind of see what's going on out there. And then over the winter, we want to try to document the history of the property so that we can do one of these signs and get that sign up there, talking about the history of the property. That'd be a winter project right there.
She already has some written too.
What was that, Diane?
One of the DeRoches already has, written
great.
quite a bit. Mhm.
Yep. Supposedly there's 5 pages of notes that we'll have to boil down to something nice, but it'll be good.
Yeah, that'll be real nice. Did they have like old photos and stuff like that?
Think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yep. That would give them a little time to just take a breath after everything, getting it, but we can get back in there.
Great. Anything else, Jason?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't have anything specific, Fred.
I'm all set.
Diane?
I've already interrupted enough tonight.
All right, next up, approval of meeting minutes. So Matt sent out last month's meetings. Did everybody have a chance to review? Are there any comments?
Just a second. There was I think there was one minor thing that I'll never find it. Oh. It was on member input. One minor thing for Matt, if you're watching on page 8 of the minutes, :F. It says, it's under member input, and it says Jason Brennan, meaning I was talking, and then after that it says Mr. French has no updates. So that just needs to be changed to Fred French instead of me. See right there. So Jason Brennan, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Jason Brennan, Mr. French. So only one small item on 8, change F to Fred French, and we're good.
All right, any other comments?
Make a motion to approve the October 2nd,
I second
2025
it.
minutes.
All right, so Jason made a motion, Fred seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
I have to abstain. So
Motion carries 701.
601.
Oh, 601, yeah. All right, so that was easy. Next, we have next meeting. So in the agenda that I sent out and that was formally posted, our next meeting was for November 6th.
Oh,
I just updated that to December 4th. Does that work for everybody? That should be fine. There's no one here for public input. I don't see a need for a non-public discussion tonight.
Well, maybe
unless-
we do have need for one, because I think I wasn't up to
Oh,
date.
yeah, we can, do that quick.
Okay, it is on the agenda, so
Yes.
we're good.
Without
Yeah,
a-
we can give you
yeah,
the
without a
update
non-public,
on that.
I'm not on top of non-public conversations. Get me in trouble.
All right, do we have, hey, is there any other discussion before we make a motion to go into, non-public?
Oh, just, I know the other thing I was gonna bring up. We have two alternates, correct?
Well, we have, the 6 full-time members, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have two alternates, George
Yeah,
and
two
Aiden.
alternates, but we have
Okay.
six full-time
Um,
members and then our, Board of Selectmen rep.
Maybe we should try to go out to the public and see if we can get some more alternates.
Yeah, I mean, we can always, always
You
recruit.
see on the plan, on the board, planning board, or ZBA, or why not the Conservation Commission, looking for alternates?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any restrictions on the number of alternates we can have, so we could always use more hands for property maintenance and that sort of stuff, so.
Okay. That's it.
All right, so does someone want to make a motion to go into non-public?
We have to do the,
We're going in,
Oh, we have to read it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, make a motion to go into non-public per RSA 91-A:3D. This is for the consideration of the acquisition, sale, or lease of a real or personal property. All right, so I make a motion, we go into non-public.
second it.
Harry seconds. Any discussion? Okay, do we have to do a roll call vote for that one, right? All right, Michael, are you in favor?
Yes.
Harry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
I'm in favor. Fred?
Yes.
Aiden?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so motion carries 7-0-0. All right, so at this point, we're gonna go into, non-public. Let us know when we're good.